Chapter 12. Still digging. Doug Weapon wasn't one to ignore coincidences, especially when they started stacking up like this. The name Pillar 83 had stuck with him from that Reddit thread, but where did he recognize it from? Then there was D4DKT9R, the supposed ex-NOAA employee whose thread vanished. Doug cracked his knuckles and got to work. Cross-referencing Pillar 80. First, he searched Pillar 83 across different forums. Reddit. The user had been active in our ancient civilizations for years, posting deep-dive threads on anomalous archaeology, sunken structures, and covered-up digs. Their oldest post? A thread from 2017 about an erased excavation in Troy, one that had uncovered evidence of a far older settlement beneath the known layers of the city. Doug's pulse quickened. Troy. The very place where this whole thing had started. 4chan. Pillar 83 wasn't as active, but Doug found one post from 2022. They're still hiding the real finds. Göbekli Tepe is just the beginning. If you knew what was under the water, you'd never sleep again. There were no replies, no context, just that cryptic message. Doug exhaled. He wasn't sure what he was hoping to find. But this was unsettling. He moved on. Tracking D4DKT9R. The 4chan user whose Bahama anomaly thread got nuked. Doug searched the ID across archives and came up empty, except for one hit on an obscure dead-end forum. D4DKT9R, the NOAA leak? The post was old, buried in a conspiracy forum from 2019. It referenced a whistleblower claiming NOAA had found impossible ruins under the Atlantic Ridge. A follow-up post said the user disappeared after sharing images from a NOAA database. Doug tried to access the images, dead links, figures. But the biggest red flag? No one had ever confirmed if D4DKT9R was legit. Some called him a LARP, others swore he was the real deal. Doug leaned back, rubbing his jaw. So, what did he have? Pillar 83, a name connected to both Troy and Göbekli Tepe, pushing fringe theories about suppressed archaeology. D4DKT9R, a supposed whistleblower whose posts vanished, just like that 4chan thread, the Bahama anomaly. It was all too much to be random. The Vulture Stone connection. Doug hesitated before typing his next search. Pillar 83 Göbekli Tepe plus Bahama anomaly. Nothing concrete, just speculation, tangents. But he did find one thing, a long-winded academic article that cited an obscure paper from the 1970s discussing submerged megalithic alignments near the Bahamas. Most of the paper was typical academic drivel, but one passage stood out. If these structures predate the Younger Dryas, as initial readings suggest, we must reconsider our entire understanding of civilization's timeline. Similar symbolic carvings, akin to those at Göbekli Tepe, have been observed on fragments recovered from these sites. Doug's breath caught. The same carvings? The Vulture Stone at Göbekli Tepe was one of the most hotly debated artifacts in history. If similar symbols had been found underwater, that meant the Bahama site wasn't just an anomaly. It was connected. Doug swallowed hard. This was getting too real. He didn't know if he should be excited or absolutely terrified.